Ninja 400, and then it's Adrian D'Souza from Auckland on the Yamaha 3 from out of 6th position. Blair Skelton from Pukekohe on another 400 Kawasaki out of 7th. 8th is Matt Hobbs out from Taihape out on another 400. Then it's Hayden Fordyce from Auckland and another on a KTM 390, and rounding out top 10, Timothy Gray from New Plymouth on a Yamaha R3. That's how they're going to line up. I'm not going to go through the whole field because there's 47 of them, and by the time I've got through them all, the race will be over. So we will concentrate on the front little bunch and try and pick up whoever we can as the race goes on. So we're looking for the start here, and it was going to be off the front, Cameron Leslie, Avalon Biddle alongside, and then it is Simpson and King. So ready for the race start now. And whoops, a jump start there by King. And then he got back down. Biddle got a good start. Cameron Leslie got a great start down into turn 1. He will lead. And Avalon will, no, actually, did Avalon get the lead there? I just can't quite pick that up. I'll have to wait till the head-on shot, pick up the colour of the bikes as they come down here. And Avalon did get the lead as they went into the turn 1 there. So it was Leslie in second, Biddle leads, Tyler King was third, Hamish Simpson dropped a couple of spots, and so did and Adrian D'Souza was up, and Hayden Fordyce was up as well. So as they head out down towards the hairpin, out of there they come, and it looks like Tyler King's climbing onto the back of Cameron Leslie as they head up there. Biddle heads down into the Porsche Dipper. She gets a good line in there, comes out of there fairly fast, and it's a 3-horse race at the moment, but she's already opening up that gap as they head down towards the Dale ITM sweeper, and the rest of them all follow through. Massive field of bikes as they come through. Look at that, 47 of them all following through, and she's coming out of turn 10, and the last bike's still coming up the hill. And out of there they come. Avalon Biddle leads from Cameron Leslie from Tyler King. Up the hill they come, across the stripe now, anytime soon. And let's pick that up there, open lap times up. So Avalon set the fastest opening lap, Cameron Leslie second, Hamish Simpson third, Tyler King fourth, then Adrian D'Souza and Hayden Fordyce comes through next, and that's Blair Skelton. Billy Fuller back down and dropped down to 8th place, 9th is Andrew Ansell, 10th, rounding up the top 10 is Richard Boyd. So down under the bridge, through the up and over they go, heading down towards the Porsche Dipper, and it's still Avalon leading, but Cameron Leslie is getting ever closer to her. He's opening up the gap away from, and has a look around the outside, getting away from Hamish Simpson. So, in fact, I think he's taken this. I think he's taken the position. Cameron Leslie drove right around the outside of Avalon Biddle, down into. He did too. Good pass there. He gets past Avalon as they head down the straight now, but I think she's got more horsepower out of there. It's a dead even race, and I think Avalon's taking it back again as they get down into turn 10. In they go, and it is Leslie taking the lead back again. Avalon Biddle drops back to third, falls back a little bit. Hamish Simpson right on her back wheel now as they come out of there. Coming up the hill in 4th place, it's Tyler King. Then we get back to Adrian D'Souza, Hayden Fordyce and Blair Skelton. Billy Fuller sitting in 8th. Across the stripe they come one more time. Well, the second time, and Cameron Leslie, Hamish Simpson sets the fastest lap of the race so far and draws right on the back of them. In fact, I think he's driven right around the inside, or both of them, as they head down under the bridge. Let me have a look. I can't really tell until we get down there. And I'll tell you what, he's got past Avalon. She's dropped back to 3rd position, so I think it's Cameron Leslie leads from Hamish Simpson, and then Avalon Biddle, and she has fallen back a good 7 or 8 metres off the back, and maybe down closer to 10 now. Out of that hairpin they climb up the hill, and it will be Cameron Leslie comes in over the top first, drops down into the Porsche Dipper with Hamish Simpson glued to his tail, and out of there they come heading down towards the straight now. Avalon Biddle closing back up on Leslie now as they head down towards the Dale ITM sweeper. In they go, and as they come out of there, it might actually be Hamish Simpson's got back in the lead. Let me have a look. As they come up the hill, I can't make the bike. I think it is Hamish Simpson in the lead, I believe. but that may have changed. I think Cameron Leslie's driven right around the outside of him, or ridden around the outside of him, I should say. Across the stripe they come. It is Cameron Leslie, Hamish Simpson in second, Avalon Biddle third, Tyler King in fourth, a little way back. Keeping a watching brief. Anything happens to these three, he'll be there to pick up the pieces. As they come down the straight now one more time, Avalon sitting there in third position, almost. Cameron Leslie takes the over the top there, heading down towards the Porsche Dipper. Sorry, Porsche. Where am I? Wrong part of the track. Climbing up the hill towards the Porsche Dipper. One of the back markers in the way there, just trundling around, waiting for the fast bikes to come past. As they come out of there now, and there's a bit of a gap opened up at the front. Meanwhile, Biddle is sitting there in third position, trying to close up to pick that second place up again. Into the sweeper they go. And Cameron Leslie from Hamish Sampson from Avalon Biddle, then Tyler King. Adrian D'Souza is a long way back from there with Billy Fuller right behind him. Up the hill they come. And back into view. And across the stripe one more time. And it will be Hamish Simpson takes the lead from Cameron Leslie and Avalon Biddle in third. Simpson setting the fastest lap of the race with 1:15.520 as they head down under the bridge and into turn 2. And then there's a little fight going on there for 5th and 6th between D'Souza and Fuller. For 3 at the front though, Avalon Biddle just can't seem to get quite back on the terms with him. She was at the point here of this little fight earlier on in the race, but has kind of dropped back into a comfortable third. She might be just biding her time, sitting there waiting to see what happens. And then there's a little fight going on a little bit further back between Adrian D'Souza and Billy Fuller. As they drop down in the Porsche Dipper, and a couple of them coming on the back of that is Hayden Fordyce and Blair Skelton, sorry. So out of the turn 10 they come one more time, up the hill, and it is going to be Hamish Simpson from Cameron Leslie. Cameron Leslie's driven around the outside of Simpson and come across the line. He's dragged Avalon Biddle with him. She's picked up the toe now. She's driven right around the outside of him, and she's going to have a crack at the lead as they go into turn 1. And I think she's done it too. Avalon Biddle, it's a great start there. She picked up the toe off the two of them coming up the hill, managed to put herself right around the outside of them, and then just wrong-footed them going into, she's just dropped back a spot. She's under brakes, so ran into a back marker, and I think that's held her up. But some good racing going on here in the juniors. And Simpson takes a spot back from, they both come off. Simpson and Leslie both come off at the same time. That's handed it to Biddle. So that looks like Simpson tried to get down the inside of Leslie, and it just didn't work, and they both slid off together, and they're both walking away together and sort of chatting about it as to, oh well, that was didn't happen, that was sad. But meanwhile, that leaves Avalon Biddle at the front there with nobody to threaten her. She's basically quarter of the front straight away from her next challenger. And let's have a look. Last lap flag is out now. Let's see if we can pick up where the young lady from Orewa is. And in fact, I've lost her on track now. I can't even find her. So here she comes down now, down into the Arms hairpin, climb up to the Porsche Dipper, drops down into the Dipper. And looks like she's going to bring it all the way home from there. There's nothing to stop her, nothing. Actually, I'll tell you what, it's all commentating on somebody else. Wrong way. It's a problem when you're trying to commentate on bikes. On the CCTV screen, you cannot see the colours of the bikes and the numbers. So it's all over. Avalon's taken out from Tyler King in second position. He was some 6-7 seconds behind her. Billy Fuller was third from Taubury. She was a couple of seconds further back. Then it was Adrian D'Souza at fourth, fifth was Hayden, Fordyce. Blair Skelton was sixth, seventh was Ash Boyd, Andrew Ansell was in eighth, ninth was Jerry Muir, and rounding up top 10 was Matt Hobbs from Taihape. So there we go, that was our bikes. We're now going to stop for lunch, and we'll be back in a wee while. I'll leave you with some music, and don't forget, if you're wanting something to eat for your lunch, our friends over there at Carousel Catering, doing out there the lovely burgers and bacon and egg rolls and hot dogs, etc., and chips, and cold drinks, and also the coffee kiosk is open if you want a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. So there we go, that is our lunch break. We'll be back afterwards.